Teach me how to Dougie. 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 Oh my, love me. Oh my. Whoa. All right. Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Maya, and welcome back to Project for Positivity. Now, I haven't posted in like 3 months. You probably don't care because I'm not like a major celebrity or anything, but I'm kind of sorry. I ran out of time, wasn't managing my time well, and haven't been making videos. But I realized that this is actually an opportunity for me to spread awareness and normalize mental health and talk about it. So I really need to get back into it, which is why I'm making this video for y'all today. So today I'm going to be talking about anxiety, my personal anxiety story, and the things that I have learned from it. Now, I just wanted to talk about this so that I could normalize it for you guys, to help you understand that you are not alone, and to just, really just give you something to relate to. If you're struggling with anxiety yourself and you can relate to my personal experience, it's easy. It's nice to feel it's comforting to know that someone else understands you and has gone through what you're going through or is going through what you're going through. So I have had social anxiety for a few years now, and it actually started from a very minuscule thing, which is really important to mention because a really big catastrophic thing doesn't have to happen in your life in order for you to have anxiety. You don't have to, often it's we live really good lives and we have anxiety and we get mad at ourselves because we shouldn't, but actually anxiety can start from anywhere. So yeah, my anxiety started back when at the end of year 8, I was probably at 12 or 13, and I ate this this is so disgusting. I ate this really gross, one of those 2-minute pastas from the supermarket, and they're really creamy and cheesy, and I just vomited it back up because it was gross in my stomach, because not today, sis. And it came out, and I was on holiday, and the next day I had to go board a plane, and I was obviously still feeling sick because of me vomiting prior to the old plane trip. And then I think since I was feeling so sick and I was on a plane and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna vomit, my brain started to associate going out and being in public with vomiting. Now, so in my social anxiety, it's different for everyone, but my one is nausea and vomiting is my main symptom. When I have a panic attack and I start to get really anxious in public, I start to feel sick, and sometimes I do vomit, which is that's my main thing. It may not be the same for everyone else, but that's personally me, and that was what I felt was quite I felt weird about myself, because I was like, it's so weird, who just vomits all the time, stop being so weird, Basically, I got back from that holiday and I just kind of felt sick every time I went out, and I went to school and stuff like that, but I just kind of I just put up with it because I was like, what who even cares, that's not really a big deal, shut up and get over it kind of thing, which is probably not the best thing in the world, but I didn't realize that I had social anxiety. I just thought I thought I had a weak stomach or something, so I just pushed through it, if you know what I mean. And no one knew about it. I didn't tell anyone. I just internalized it and talked and just carried on with my life. And then it progressively got a little bit better. I'm not sure how. I think I just tried to not focus on it. I just tried to concentrate on other things. I didn't have any actual coping mechanisms, but in that time I did miss out on a lot of the things that I could have gone to. Since I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna be sick, I can't go, I missed out on all the things like sports, school, hang out with my friends, all that. I copped out because I felt sick, and I think that's one of the main things, is that anxiety has limited me from doing things that I wanted to do. So when I was year 9 to 10, I was missing out on things because I had this anxiety that I didn't even realize I had. So it was getting better, and I was super happy that it was getting better because I wasn't going everywhere and throwing up, which was a great improvement. And then good old South Island basketball tournament in year 10 happened. Yep. If you know me, you may know what I'm about to say. So I was at the tournament, right? Balling out, freaking year 10, loving life, could qualify for Nats, so whoop-de-doo, let's freaking go. Am I right? Am I right? And then we're playing this game, and if we win this game, we don't go. If we lose this game, we don't go to Nats. So we've already lost our quarterfinals, so this is a redemption game, and this is a completely beatable team. So I'm like, let's freaking go. Let's get some dubs. First half, balling out, was 2 from 2 from the 3-point line. I was little year 10, someone freaking guard me. Let's go. Halftime rolls around and I eat a lolly, right? I'm like, woo, sugar, good for the system. No, it wasn't so good for the system, because I was really tired, and I'm not sure what happened, but as soon as I ate that lolly, I was like, oh, I felt so sick, but I was like, oh, whatevs, you know? Go back on the court. As soon as I get on the court and we start playing, I vomited on the basketball court. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, I did. Yep. Like, and as funny as it is looking back now, that was actually a really pivotal moment in my anxiety. Because while everyone saw that and it was super embarrassing and it was just an experience that I had in public, and I just vomited on the basketball court, you know? And that actually triggered the worst part of my social anxiety that I've ever had. From that part on, I was everywhere I went, I was just super feeling sick all the time, and I was so anxious. I was having panic attacks even thinking about going to school, and like that is so detrimental, and that makes you miss out on so much of life. And honestly, I was like letting it beat me so much, and I was just like defining myself by this one characteristic, like, oh my gosh, my social anxiety is beating me, you know? And I was so silent about it, but my parents obviously knew because I was missing out on so much that I had never missed out on before. And I opened up to them and I just said, this, you know, this is it. And I was going on a mission trip at the end of that year, and my mum, we had a chat one day, and she said, well, if you're feeling like this, then you won't be able to go to Cambodia. Now, this is a mission trip to Cambodia. That's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and I considered missing it because of my social anxiety. And I thought, no, there's just no way. So I mustered up the courage and actually went to talk to the counselor about it. And he gave me some strategies. He helped me understand why I was feeling the way that I was feeling. And after talking about it with someone who was qualified to help me, it actually started to get a lot better. I went on a volleyball tournament, and then I went on that missions trip, and I didn't feel sick like the whole time, and I was loving life. I was at the peak. It was incredible. Like, I went to another country without my parents for 2 weeks, and my anxiety didn't beat me once. For 3 years, I had let my anxiety beat me. I missed out on school, basketball, trips, hanging out with my friends because I felt sick, and I just went on this trip, and anxiety didn't even get to me once. And honestly, that's one of the biggest achievements I've had along my journey of social anxiety, is just being able to do something like that. And ever since then, it progressively got better, and I still struggle with it now, but it's nowhere near the same as it was. And honestly, you know, that you might think, oh, that's so weird, like vomiting in public, like, you weirdo, like, but for me, like, that was a massive part of my life. Like, every day was a struggle to get to school, to go out in public and actually feel okay and try to continue on my normal life, even though I was having these major panic attacks. But the main thing is that I didn't let it beat me, and I am not defined by my anxiety. And I think that's something that a lot of people need to hear, and I think that's why I'm talking about it today, is that it doesn't make you who you are. And just because you struggle, it doesn't mean you're weak. And you have anxiety and you have panic attacks, it doesn't make you weak, and it doesn't define you either. You may think you're not strong enough because you have anxiety, but being able to live with anxiety and push through actually makes you so strong. And I think people need to know that. I think it's really normalizing in our society to think that anxiety makes us weak, but it's actually the complete opposite. Something else I've definitely learned from my anxiety situation is also that we need to be vulnerable and we need to talk about it, because it's not going to get better if you just keep it within you. If you continue to internalize your anxiety and not talk to people about it and not address it, it's just going to keep getting worse. Like, that is something that you just can't handle internally. It's something that you can't just continue to shove aside, because it's always going to be there and it's always going to be present. So if you are struggling with anxiety, I urge you right now to go talk to someone. Go tell a trusted friend, parent, adult, anyone, a leader, and try to seek some maybe professional help. If it's getting that bad, talk to someone professional, because they can help you. I know it seems scary to talk to a complete stranger, but that's what they're qualified to do, and they are paid to literally help you. So I really urge you guys to know that you are strong regardless of whatever you're struggling with, and know that talking about it and opening up is actually the best thing you could do for you. I know it's hard, and it's going to be hard. It's not going to be easy, but don't put it off just because it's hard. Don't do it. Don't avoid doing it just because it's going to make you feel uncomfortable. Yes, it's going to make you feel uncomfortable, but it's going to help. And that's the best decision I've ever made. Now I'm thriving with life, and I'm able to be comfortable and help other people with their anxiety because I was able to open up. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. I know it's another sit down video, but I really wanted to come on and just be open about this and normalize this type of thing, because people go through this so much, and it's something that needs to be talked about a lot more. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, and I just wanted to come out and talk about it. And for anyone struggling with anxiety, just know I love you, and that I'm always one message away. And yeah, just know that it is okay not to be okay. I love you all. Peace out.